Welcome back to episode 2 of the Final Odyssey, Journey to the Lost Gate, presented by I Love This Quest.
I believe we be up to speed.
We will turn back to Exbar. You know, this is a few hours before, but you do make it to the information center with the family.
Okay.
And the kids have gotten off at your request.
Yep.
And you are able to do you unshift yourself back? Do you shift yourself back into a human?
I figure so. I gotta thank Samantha. Yeah, I know. Yeah. Oh, but I guess I should describe my character at this point then, since it's my turn. So I'm a Minotaur. I failed to mention that. I'm a Minotaur, and I learned my English from the Beverly Hillbillies. And I have a staff, which is my snake Gertrude, which turns into a 15-foot long snake. And then I'm wearing basically like some leather armor. Not leather armor because I'm a druid. But I'm wearing... Oh, no. Leather armor because I'm a druid. Anyways, I'm wearing some like light armor. Wearing a cloak. Nothing too much. I have my horns intact. And yeah, I'm just quite dressed like I'm not ready. I'm ready for combat, but like it's not my highest priority and stuff like that. And that's what my character looks like. So anyways... I turned back into a Minotaur, and I'm all like, "Thank you kindly, Samantha, and your boys were lovely. They were no trouble at all. Don't worry. Is there anything I can do to repay you? Is there anything I can do to help you?"
Oh no, you have no need to worry about that. But I thank you for your kindness, for allowing my kids to enjoy themselves on your back.
Okay, so despite her saying nothing and not that she doesn't want anything in return, I give the two boys a gold coin each. Here your boys go. Let you know kindness always pays off. And I give them both 2 gold coins just to say thanks for being such good boys.
And they're saying, "Oh wow, Damien, look at that! I think this is real gold."
Yeah.
And Samantha is like, "Oh my, I didn't realize that you were quite well off."
Forgot gold is so expensive. I forgot it goes copper, silver, gold. Oh gosh. Anyways, I give it to them. I'll be like, I'll give Samantha 5 pieces of gold.
Oh, well, thank you.
Let this pay for
very
the next.
graciously.
Yes. Anyways, then I go to the information center and just look around. Look for. Okay, like, so pause. Am I just like kind of like wandering, kind of just like enjoying the city? Is that basically what my kind of objective is right now?
Until a certain point, yes.
Okay, cool. Well, then I go to the information center and I explain my situation. Hello, my name is Exbar, a person who needs help, and I'm looking for a place to research natural resources. Because I'm a druid. I'm just looking up the nature of this planet, and I want to learn more about it. Just learning my druid kind, and call it my druid habits, and I just want to, embrace the nature around here. Is there any locations you'd recommend to travel to?
Ah, yes. I'm sorry, Mr. Minotaur. Sir Exbar, you said?
Yeah, Exbar.
Yes, if you wish to get accustomed or enjoy yourself with some nature, there are a few places that you may go to. Now, of course, there is the Hallett Nature Sanctuary. You may find that, as they are actually connected features of the southern eastern corner of Central Park in Manhattan. It should be about an hour away from you. That is with traffic, may I mention. It is located right near the Grand Army Plaza on across Central Park South from the Plaza Hotel. It's slightly west of the 5th Avenue. How well would Exfire be receiving this information? Would he be confused? Would he be taking this in? Actually, roll me an intelligence. Yeah. Roll me an intelligence check.
Okay, intelligence check. Okay. That's where I click the intelligence button, right? The intelligence stat? Okay. Okay, intelligence. Yeah, 19. Oh, 18, sorry, 18.
You actually take this in pretty quickly, pretty well. After that positive experience with that small little family, you're in a good mood and your mind is clear, and you actually are able to kind of memorize that information down or put that information in your head pretty well.
Okay. And if I'm right, the rule of Druid is once I turn into an animal, I need to rest before I can turn into another animal?
You have to take a short rest, yes.
Okay, well, so then I take a plan to like find like a resting place, like a bench, you know, and take a good rest before, because I plan on turning it into a cheetah and just running to the Central Park.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, I go ahead and sit down at the bench at the information center and just like, relax my stuff, put Gertrude right next to me, close my eyes for a bit and rest. That's what I do, and I end my turn until I rest. Or do you want to fast forward?
Okay, with that in mind, then you take that short rest eventually.
Yeah. And I wake up.
And you get that cheetah form up and running.
Yeah. I get down on all fours, shrink down into a cheetah.
Your staff kind of meshes into your clothing as all of a sudden your hair and everything, it turns that of like almost like a blondish color, and spots begin to appear. You go from this large humanoid minotaur into a medium-sized cheetah.
Is there people in the is this like information center highly populated, or is it like a
yes?
Oh boy. I just turned into a cheetah. Well, anyways, I'm back in my Minotaur village where I'm from. I'm not used to customs like this, If I was a druid, I just turned into an animal and ran, so I just do the same thing here. I'm not used to that part of the culture, so I just start running to Central Park, like running past people, like jumping off cars.
You hear a lot of screams all of a sudden come out as people like ah! Just like surprised that this cheetah is like cheetah, as you're just running 60 miles, like a good 30-40 miles per hour. Just jump. Make me an acrobatics check.
Awesome. In hindsight, I just realized I could have turned into something less conspicuous, like a cat. Anyways, wait, what role do you want me to do? Acrobatic, that's right. Okay.
Acrobatics.
Yes, 14.
Okay. With a 14, now you're going really quick. You're actually, wait, sorry. You have to use your acrobatics with your cheetah form.
Oh, how do I do that? While he's doing that research, do you guys like my my cat abilities?
I'm sitting here thinking like you are 100% gonna end up in jail right next to Silver Thorn.
Probably.
Maybe that's how we all meet. We all just meet in jail because
we'll find out.
Yeah.
I don't see any laws about public indecency and turning into animals. That's magicist,
So you get a +8 to your acrobatics.
Yes. Okay, so then that 13 turns into a 21.
You are going incredibly fast as you are able to dodge everything out of the way. You're just kind of like hopping and hopping around people just kind of backing away in fright. As you get out, you actually run by a few officers that are like, "Wait, what the?" As you just gone in just booking it.
Right.
You see a good number of hovering cars out on the kind of just going about as they're honking as you're jumping over them, jumping around them.
Yeah.
And within a good 20-30 minutes, you make it to Central Park. Albeit a bit exhausted since you kind of just booked it straight over here. Roll me Constitution check.
Yeah, okay, Constitution check. In my head, I was like, Constitution, there it is. Okay.
Because you're in your cheetah form, you just get a +2 to Constitution.
Oh, no. I got a 1.
Oh, you're exhausted. You actually, okay. You fall out of your cheetah form, and you just crack. You kind of just like 5-star it, kind of right on the ground next to the shade of a tree.
Yeah.
In this sanctuary, you jumped over the fence. So,
yeah.
You are in your Minotaur form, with a level of exhaustion. Oh dear.
My heart's just like racing.
add that level of exhaustion, what you do is you, on your first page, it'll say conditions.
Yeah. Conditions. Okay.
And then you add 1 level of exhaustion. What that will do is that you will get disadvantage on ability checks and something else.
Wait, where's what page am I supposed to go to?
It's going to be on the first page for Exbar. It'll be like right under defenses. It'll say right next to armor class, it'll say defenses and conditions.
Defenses and conditions. Oh, here, conditions. Yep. Okay, yeah. So I am, what is it called?
Exhaustion.
Exhaustion. So let's see, exhaustion. Oh, here. And I'm level 1?
1 level of exhaustion, yes.
Okay, cool. And, then I turn back into my Minotaur form. I'm resting under the tree. Do I see anyone like around me that just witnessed a cheetah jump over a fence?
Make me a perception check.
Okay. Perception check. Running around at the speed of sound. I'm breathing that song as I like ran. Anyways, 13.
Was that with disadvantage?
Huh?
Was that with disadvantage?
You mean like my pluses?
So when you have exhaustion,
Yeah.
what it does tell you is that you will, when you have 1 level of exhaustion, you roll with disadvantage.
Okay.
So, as it says here, you have disadvantage on ability checks. So
Okay.
what you do is you right-click perception, and it'll give you the option of rolling with advantage or disadvantage. You'll click
Okay,
the one
so-
with disadvantage.
Gotcha. Okay. Roll. 12 total.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
I think your perception is that, right? Let me check.
Yeah. That was included with my +8.
Okay, cool. So with that in mind, as you lay there, you actually notice a few people that were like, oh my gosh, as you just jump over them, over the fence, and just curl up around this tree and then shift back into your form.
Right. I waved down to them like, "Hey, sorry about that whole cat thing. I'm new to this place. My name's Exbar. Exbar the person you want to be friends with. And you see, I'm new to this planet. I'm just coming in and I'm a druid, as you could tell. Just turned back into a minotaur, my lovely minotaur horns and all. Anyways, and I was wondering, do you know this place, the Central Park, that much, or are you guys just visiting?
People are just ignoring you. They're actually just taking out their phones and taking pictures.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Just kind of like muttering and mumbling to themselves about what they just witnessed.
Oh, yeah, that's going to be a Twitter storm.
But yes, that is currently what they're doing right now.
Oh, so they're just ignoring me. Okay, well then, well, I don't know. I just go ahead and just start observing nature. Just start studying the tree I'm laying on, like the bark and, looking at the grass and stuff like that. I'd be like, different texture from where I'm from, Maybe be like expert farmer, take some of the soil, taste it.
Right.
Yeah.
So yes, roll me a nature check then as you begin to investigate this.
Awesome. And that's still with my disadvantage, right?
Yes.
Okay, so
you are completely exhausted. So.
Okay, so I'm rolling my nature check. Oh, I am a terrible druid. I got a 3.
While you do this, you try to appreciate the nature around you. Now you appreciate it, but you can't think clearly. Your body has just ran a good number of miles just to get here.
Yeah.
And even though you're in cheetahs, their quick bursts of speed are usually meant for short distances, not for like a ton of miles. So you were able to push it through the limits, and you just basically your body's just like, please, no more.
Well, then I guess the only logical choice is just take another rest break, since everyone's like ignoring me and I'm not feeling good at checking nature, so I just go ahead and take a rest again.
Okay.
Yeah. I take a short rest. That's what I do. Then my turn.
Okay.
Unless there's something else.
No.
Okay.
Actually, we're gonna get to Andrew in a quick second.
Awesome.
We're actually gonna go back to Kylie so we can introduce Peter or Silver Thorn. So, Kylie, you have landed. The wind turbines are coming off as a large stairwell kind of comes down from the ground. You follow your superior officer as he comes down and into the as what seems to be some nearby officers saluting you two, as you are his assistant at this point in time, just for coming with him. And they kind of salute and say, "Commander?"
My companion was a captain, so I am not sure what you would count my rank as. I am simply a research member. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
So then you're just doctor.
Yes, I am. I am just Dr. Alvandi currently.
Okay. Officer Elrod and Dr. Alvandi. Yes, they salute to you as they welcome you to New York.
Thank you, gentlemen. It is much appreciated. Glad to be here. Glad to get my stuff done. And glad to get the heck back home. So, let's go.
They bring in what seems to be a hover cart as they say, "Please sit down. We will we shall arrive at the prison very shortly."
I climb aboard the hover cart and I'm gonna just poke a few buttons because I mean that's my specialty is like vehicles and stuff and particularly spacecraft, but you know hovercraft is not too terribly difficult. So I'm just gonna play with it a little bit while I'm waiting for everybody else.
Okay. So what is interesting about this part is that you actually notice how green it is. If you guys have seen like Doctor Strange, the multiverse movie, you know, if you remember that one world where there's like a ton of greens everywhere and all that, it is similar to that.
Cool.
So a lot of the buildings do have a lot of greens and vegetations all around. The sky is full of moving, basically hover cars. And so it is very colorful due to that fact. When Exbar arrived, he was more in the airport section, so there's not as much greens, as that is meant to kind of be pure for transportation. But now that you're more inland, you actually take notice of this, as it is full of life and full of color. This was one of the reasons why Earth was able to recuperate very quickly. Aside from the technology improvement to fix the atmosphere, the environmental factors were also coming in clutch, as it helped with the oxygen and carbon dioxide and so on, as it allowed a balance in the environment. So you are currently on the way over to the prison. And so what would Miria think of that?
She thinks that New York has way too many people and she's just like super anxious to like leave. Because yes, it's beautiful, the green, the colorful flowers, it's gorgeous. But then she looks around and she sees like all of like the civilians and all of like the people there, and it's just like, nope. I want to get in and I want to get out because there's too many people here. The traffic is horrible. She's sitting there on that hover cart thinking of like, okay, I could make this go like 15 miles an hour faster if I like switch these two wires. I could do it right now, but what if I get yelled at for doing that because I want to get out of here and then whatever. So she's just sitting there like, we need to go faster.
Okay. As you say that, they basically say, the officer takes notice of your agitation and says, "Calm down, doctor. It's only going to be for a minute. Where's that patience I've heard of?"
If anyone spoke of me with patience, okay. I just kind of like bump his shoulder a bit. I know him, so like I'm okay, like being close to him or whatever. It's like, you know me. I'm not there's a reason why I live out in the middle of nowhere and commute to work every day.
That's the point. That's why I brought it up, he says.
It's like, you know what I'm gonna do? Instead of making your car go faster next time for you to win that street race, wink wink, I'm gonna slow it down by 150 miles an hour.
Ha ha, he says.
I know where you keep your garage key.
Oh, do you? I'm pretty sure I moved it.
Captain Elrod and I are decently good friends. Like we've worked together before, so we have that kind of back and forth.
Mm-hmm. So with that, eventually you arrive to the prison. And as you enter into it, the warden is there. And he says, Officer Elrod, Dr. Alvandi, we are happy to have you here. Now, I'm sure that you would rather like to be quick about this, so I will hold back with the pleasantries and just bring you to him.
It's appreciated. Thank you.
Okay. He eventually opens up the keys after you all going through procedure, to ensure that you all have the proper gear that there's some things that they have to scan you through to make sure you're not bringing in anything into the prison or whatever. Standard procedure. You enter in and you notice that there are many floors in this prison, as it seems to actually go underground until eventually you make it to the floor after taking an elevator down. While you are taking this elevator, I don't know if Miria would like to have a conversation with the warden or if she would just be quiet the whole time.
Warden, so how has the prisoner been acting over the time you've had him here?
How has he been acting, Andrew?
So, Silver Thorn has been playing it safe. He's trying to make a good impression with everybody. He's being very charming, very polite. And some of the guards are pretty suspicious of him, but other guards just love him to pieces. That's who he is. He makes friends, he charms people, and he only makes enemies when he absolutely has to.
The warden, his last name is Durin. He says, the pirate has been fine. Now, of course, he is trying to... I can read right through him pretty quickly. He's just trying to butter us up, basically. He's as has been stated before, he's a crafty individual, charismatic, and so he tries to get on everyone's good side. So if he says something, just take it with a grain of salt. He probably is just saying that without meaning it.
I will take it with a whole pound of salt as long as he helps.
Very well. Eventually you make it to the floor. He's like, follow me. He's only a few doors down.
I fix my cloak around my shoulder so that it has like a nice like little wave as I walk, because it makes me feel good about myself.
I think Kylie's just looking for validation. That's all she really wants. I mean, Miria.
I think honestly that she likes order and she likes the thing. So it's like, hey, having a uniform to wear every day. Yes. Okay. I'm good with that. The choice is made. I know exactly what I'm wearing every day. It's the exact same uniform. I put on a cloak when I want to feel fancy, and it's good.
Okay.
She is going to hate Exbar.
I mean, just because I personally like to have order in my life doesn't mean I'm going to enforce it on other people. And I still do have a sense of humor.
Yep, we've seen it with Elrod. So. But yes, you eventually make it down the doors, and as you look around you do see, as the door opens, the warden, Warden Durin says, all right, just follow me. Follow me, please. He's a couple doors down. as he begins to take the lead. As he does so, the soldiers can proceed to follow him along with the officer. I'm sure you follow too, Kylie.
Yep.
You see a number of the inmates there being rowdy and just causing a ruckus, trying to get your attention. Somewhat chaotic. Almost like kind of like they're like mocking in a way. They're just like, ooh, look, it's the big boys, and they're like wolf whistling at you and whatever, trying to be insulting and all that good stuff. And so eventually, as you make it down, after a few doors opening, same thing happening, you eventually make it to the cell of Silver Thorn. Now, Silver Thorn, what are you doing as you hear this door open? To your understanding, whenever a door opens, it means that a warden or a watcher is kind of in the area. You assume that this may be the person that they were talking about.
I assume that I noticed the prisoners making a ruckus.
Yeah.
Okay. Am I able to notice Dr. Alvandi in the hallway, or is she beyond my sight?
Not yet. I mean, you haven't seen them yet. They're coming up. But if you're gonna wait until to react until they come up, then finally, yeah. All
right. I've been basically preening myself, you might say, putting on the charm. I assume that Silverthorn's wearing prison garb at the moment, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so like an orange jumpsuit or black and white jumpsuit.
Yeah, basically an orange jumpsuit.
Okay. Should I take this moment to explain what my character looks like, or wait later?
When Alvandi sees you, you can.
Okay.
So, which will be in a quick second. So, as you are preening yourself, Dr. Alvandi, the warden says, "This is him," as he kind of stops in front of the cell, and you and Officer Elrod stop and turn, and you see the Black Tabaxi. And so, how would you like to describe yourself, Henry?
Right. Silverthorn, well, he be a fine specimen of a tabaxi. With elegant silver-colored fur, with dashing black stripes across it. He's built much like a professional athlete, like a spring, ideal for jumping and climbing, with a debonair smile and golden yellow eyes. His only mar be that he is missing an arm on his left side, which he lost in glorious battle.
You tripped and fell onto a spike, didn't you?
It was eaten by a space whale. Obviously.
Okay.
It be a fine tale, but alas, a tale for another time, lads. Let us continue.
Okay. So, Kylie, you see him, and or Alvandi, you see the silver black tabaxi, and Silverthorn, you see the two government officials. You thought it was one, but it was two.
Ah, good morning, sir. And fair lady, what a sight you are for this dismal place. To what do I owe this most distinguished honor?
Well, I don't know if Elrod is trying to speak, but I just kind of like, I'm gonna talk over Elrod because we're buddies, and because I probably know more about this than he does. And I say, well, Silverthorn, can I call you Silverthorn, or do you have something else you prefer?
Aye, ye may call me Silverthorn, or Silver if ye prefer, madam. We're all friends here.
Exactly. We are all friends here. So how would you like to do the friendly thing and help us out and get out of here on some good behavior? We hear that you've been very kind to everyone, And we have some things that we need help with that we think you could assist with.
Be that so. But begging your pardon, madam. Good sir, I assume you be in charge of this operation. I address Elrod.
Okay. Yes, pirate. I'm the one in charge here, and as my companion has said, she is in need of your expertise on some things. Now, we normally do not do this as we respect the environment and the rules and the regulations of any prison that we may be in, but this is a special circumstance. And so, if you are willing to listen to every command that we speak, we will let you out on the conditions that you stay with us. Any attempts to escape, and you will be put down. Am I clear?
Clear as crystal, sir.
Does Silver Thorn see me roll my eyes?
Can
I sneakily try to roll my eyes?
You can roll stealth if you're trying to be conspicuous about it, but
yeah, I'm gonna try to inconspicuously kind of roll my eyes just to be like, yeah, sure, that's gonna happen, because Elrod, I ain't doing all of your orders because I know better than you.
No, what I want to happen quickly is in the distance cell you hear a prisoner. Ha ha!
I do not think I was very stealthy at all. I think it was pretty damn obvious of what I just did.
What did you roll total?
9.
Yeah, Silverthorn with his passive insight is able just to realize that he knows that you rolled your eyes.
Okay.
Good madam. You cut me to the quick with your expression.
I wasn't
a criminal
rolling
a criminal I may be, but an honest criminal I would like to think. Now, good sir, as this setting may not be appropriate for the information you wish to impart, might we be going to a more private setting that we may discuss this more openly and professionally?
Okay.
Can I do a deception check, just because obviously we know he's charming and charismatic, so can I check to kind of see if Silverthorn is trying to deceive us in any way, or if he seems
that would
genuinely
be an insight
interested?
check.
Okay. Insight? No, that's not going to be very good. Oh shit! Yeah, no, I have no idea what's going on.
Yeah, you got a 1 on that one, so you completely believe him. His words seem to be they're very slick. They seem to kind of almost grab you and draw you towards him. So you believe him. You believe him to be this honest criminal, as you put it. Though that does not mean that you do not have your suspicions.
Warden, where's his arm?
Where we keep everyone else's stuff.
Can you go grab it for me? I'd like to take a look at it while we chat.
Yes, Doctor. As
Thank
he goes
you.
on and he leaves. Okay.
Oh.
Always happy to lend a hand, madam.
I chuckle because I'm like, yeah, okay, that's pretty good.
Now, while you are talking, Exbar.
Okay. Yes, that's me, Exbar.
While you are napping, I would like for you to make me a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. Do I need to apply my disadvantage still?
No.
Okay.
That's for ability checks, not saving throws.
Gotcha. 15 plus the 8. So that's the 15 total.
Okay. As you are asleep, you hear a whisper, almost like that of a dream,
Okay.
as it seems to say, "Come find me."
Oh, I'm gonna go find you. Find you.
And as you hear this word or this phrase echo in your head, you are not so much as captivated by it, more like intrigued, as you actually wake up to the ground shaking.
Yeah, my gosh, we got a tremor.
And okay, sorry, your face, Kylie, was like, wait, was she? You wake up to the ground shaking, and you actually hear the sound of startled screams coming about you from the streets, and you hear people. Actually, if you wake up, what do you do first? As you
Well, first thing I do is I look at my staff. Gertrude, you hear that? I want to see if she flickers back. Gertrude, you hear that?
Yeah, she flickers back.
You didn't even roll. You just guessed. Anyways. So then with Gertrude flickering that, they acknowledge that they felt that too. I'm nervous. First time on this planet, so I cautiously walk towards the streets, but like with my staff in hand.
Well, you're over the fence at this point in time.
I know, but like I'm back on the path. Go ahead.
But yes, if you look towards the streets, you actually see people are pointing up.
Okay, I look up with everyone else.
Time
of day. Time of day?
It is about the afternoon, mid-afternoon.
Okay, gotcha. Just check. Okay, so I look up in the sky with everyone else. What am I looking at?
As you look up, you actually notice there seems to be something falling from the sky.
Oh no! Asteroid strike, first day on the planet. That's not good.
As you look at it, you actually hear that voice in your head again. Saying, "Come find me. Come find me." As eventually this appearance of whatever seems to be falling into the sky, as it gets closer and closer, the ground seems to shake a little more.
Okay.
And until eventually, it seemingly you begin to realize, Exbar. Actually, roll me. Yeah, with your past perception, you actually notice that it's getting closer to your location.
Oh, okay, that's just getting weird. I think it's following me. I look at Gertrude. I think this thing's following me.
And as it does, you actually notice that a lot of the people are running away from your location.
Hold on, let me see. Don't I have a spell that can kind of check the situation? Let's see. I think I have a spell for that. Let's see. Let's see. Absorb elements, charm person, guiding bolt, healing words. I'm trying to look, see if there's anything. Isn't there like a perception spell I have? I'm trying to look. Let's see. Not really. Nothing can help. Okay. See, I get cautious, but I'm also observant. I hate to do this, but I transform again into a hawk. I transform into a hawk. And I fly, but I'm flying towards it. I want to see if I fly towards it, because it's calling for me. As if that thing's the thing calling for me. So, I start flying towards it.
As you do, you get closer and closer until you realize that thing is going really, really, really fast. And
never mind then.
As you get closer, it almost seems to speed up. I need you to make me a dexterity saving throw.
Dexterity saving throw. Cool. Oh no, I got -1. Oh wait. Oh gosh, I got a 1.
closer, this thing seems to speed up, and you actually can feel the heat from here. As it seems only to be a mile away. As it comes closer and closer, and you realize too late, as this thing is going way too fast for you to move out of the way, as it just basically like slams at you at the side.
Oh,
as you're immediately like brought straight forward from the ground, and you're knocked out of your wild shape.
Oh crap! Oh yeah, sweet molasses.
How high did you fly up? Wait, no. What's the movement speed of a hawk? Let's check that first.
I'd say it's like an average like 40 miles per hour or something like that, probably. Like, cause like I know the fastest hawk is like 80 miles per hour.
Well, I'm here on the D&D right now, so 60 feet per 6 seconds. So, okay. As you are this hawk, you are basically immediately knocked out of this form. And how high did you want to fly up?
Oh gosh, I was probably about like 30 feet up.
Okay, only 30 feet? You wouldn't have flown more?
I don't think so. I don't want to say higher. So we'll just say I was like, I just want to fall into a hover card to break my fall, please.
You are knocked. Well, the first thing this thing crashes into, you realize that it's not huge. It's just small and very bright. And that's why people realized it. But it was still big enough that it got whacked right into it, and so you take. Or that it whacked you. So you take a total of... Oh, dear. Okay.
No.
27 fire damage.
Oh, gosh!
That's because you failed.
So I have to put 27 in the damage side?
Well, you only have 1 HP as a hawk. So technically you took 26.
Okay. So, but at my hit points, right? I take 26 points of hit damage?
26 points of hit damage.
Okay. Sweet Ginger Marie! So yeah, I subtracted it, so I'm at 7 hit points right now.
And then, second thing, I have to roll damage for your fall.
Oh no! No!
You take 11 damage and you're knocked out.
Oh no!
Oh gosh.
So
Sweet
there's a passed out Minotaur in Central Park.
Sweet Ginger Marie! I just pass out.
So, to everyone else at this point in time, they see this massive, what seems like this massive ball of fire come down from the sky, when in reality it's a small little object, and it slams into this bird, and people very close to it can almost hear "Sweet Ginger Marie" as as it it falls from the sky and crashes into the ground with a massive boom.
Are Silver Thorn and I exited the prison yet, or are we still in the prison while this is happening?
I will get to you in a quick moment with that.
Okay.
And you to everyone else, you actually in about a 30-foot radius crater, so 60 feet wide. This crater in the ground lays this burnt up Minotaur with a talisman seemingly wrapped, almost like ingrained into his chest.
Oh. Gosh, I don't think someone's gonna help with that.
This and it's staff just on the side. He's like holding it in his hand.
Okay. So I'm holding am I holding Gertrude in my hand, or am I holding this talisman?
The staff in your hand.
My staff is in Gertrude, right?
Yes.
Okay, just making sure Gertrude with me still okay.
Yeah. And you're unconscious as
I
to
just
your
got
unknowing
up.
form, people are surrounding up the crater.
And I'm in this crater, correct?
You are in this crater.
Oh gosh.
So take the last 7 hit points. But due to unknown interference at this point in time, you will not know until later. So take that 7 damage, Exbar.
Okay. Oh gosh, so I'm unconscious. Good to know.
And then add 3 successes to it.
Okay, 3 successes.
Mm-hmm.
1, 2, 3. Okay.
Yes.
And then, okay.
This week, Dr. Alvandi and Silver Thorn met for the first time. Exbar the Betrayer got to hang out in the park, and hang out with Meteor, it seems like, for a little bit. Join us next week for all of our heroes to finally come together as a group for the first time. Until next week, Dr. Miria Alvandi, signing off.